Valley Connection is brought to you by RPS Video Productions.
Welcome to this edition of the Valley Connection, where we focus on interesting happenings in the San Jacinto Valley and throughout the Inland Empire. I'm Nancy Lopez.
And I'm Cesaria Hernandez. And for this particular episode, we have decided to air some of our favorite prior segments. And I'm going to start off with Grandfathers for Golf. Tony Viola is the president out there, and this is just a wonderful organization, Nancy. They bring golf to the youth of our valley.
And then we're going to head down to Temecula, and we met up with the Currys, and they have a wonderful place called Temecula Olive Oil Company. Have you been there?
I have.
Wonderful place.
Yes, it is. And then we're going to follow it up with the War Dog Memorial piece that I did just a while back. And you know what, Nancy, out there at former March Air Force Base, oh my goodness, they have a beautiful memorial set up to all of the dogs who help in combat. So you're not going to want to miss any of this. Sit back and relax and join us in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Phil, the technician that hates acting, but we love fixing cars.
You need your hybrid vehicle serviced or the high voltage battery replaced, diagnosing of a smog, drivability, or air conditioning problem, or routine maintenance to keep your vehicle in top shape. Phil's Auto Clinic is the place. Visit philsautoonline.com for more on our AAA approved services and free shuttle. Call Brian or Dan at 927-2102 for your appointment today. Phil's Auto Clinic, where caring makes the difference.
Welcome back. Now, Nancy, we're going to head out to Grandfathers for Golf. This is a great organization that helps to bring golf to the youth here in our valley. And not only that, Nancy, it teaches them so many things. There are pros and semi-pros and senior golfers that come out to work with all of these kids. And they have a scholarship program, a lot of great things. Just watch.
We're out here at the beautiful country club at Saboba Springs to learn just a little bit more about Grandfathers for Golf.
Grandfathers Golf Charter calls for us to attempt the best we can to reach children that are at risk. In today's society, there are so many kids with single-parent families, no father in the household. We're trying to reach those kids. In our other sessions, not the summer session, but in our other sessions, we go out to get the kids with buses. We pay for the busing. We go to the middle schools here in San Jacinto and Hemet, pick up the kids, bring them here, do everything we can here, and then we return them right back to the school.
Catherine, what are some of the benefits that the children get from learning golf?
Well, besides the obvious aspect of teaching the golf game and learning certain rules and stuff, but golf also gives a good discipline, and it also gives the kids honesty. And it's also a great mental game. It can help a lot of different aspects of how to, become a better winner and a better loser, and just how to deal with certain situations.
Grandfathers for Golf works in conjunction with the USGA and the PGA of America, and also through grants to provide funding for these children, supplement their income through the Grandfathers program to help them with their housing and that type of stuff. Now basically, there's these kids, they're ready for high school golf in about a year. The coaches are already looking at them. They're going to get their junior golf experience through the high school, and then the two children that are going now, Gary, who works here, starting Cal State San Bernardino on a limited scholarship, and we're providing the funds to help him through the first year, and we think he can earn his way on the team for a full ride. So that's kind of how we work the program.
like the Grandfathers for Golf because not only are we teaching golf and certain types of shots and all the fundamentals of golf, but we're also teaching them certain etiquettes, how to act on golf courses, and even in life in general, manners and other great qualities to be in life.
Basically, what we do with our advanced players is they help us teach the younger kids just actually how to hold the golf club, we call it PGA, posture, grip, and alignment. Those are the fundamentals to golf, and they help us implement this program with the younger ones, and it's just through repetition. And what we try to do is make it fun for the little ones and not ask too much out of them, just learn the basics. And then if they excel, then we open the program up for the next session. So we try to provide it to where there's a growing process so they can start and continue with our program till they're out of high school. So that's our goal. And these guys really take the load off the instructional program because when you have 10 children on the line, it's pretty hard for 1 or 2 people to do this. So these kids give back a great deal. And they know what they're doing, and they know how to work with the younger people. And the younger kids, actually, we had a little guy over here saying, he's the same age as Joseph, and Joseph hits the ball so good, and he just goes, my God, I can't believe that. Then they're the same age. See? So it does make a difference when they start early enough, and that's the whole idea, is to get them started early. Considering their age, and they started the program at a very young age, they've advanced significantly in the past 2 years. They've done a real good job. This guy's had a hole-in-one here, but they're all on our golf course for 9 holes, are in the high 40s for 9 holes, so they play quite well.
Golf incorporates character, honesty, a lot of etiquette. A lot of these kids have never been in a country club setting. They love to be here. They learn how to behave at a facility like this. It's wonderful.
I've noticed that a lot of the little guys are running around here. They've got their shirts tucked in, hats on. These are things that you guys teach them, correct?
Absolutely. As a former law enforcement officer, I bring with me some skills at behavior modification, shall we say.
This program is absolutely incredible. Each participant gets a shirt, a hat, and a set of golf clubs to come out here and practice with.
It's a treat being involved with Grandfathers. Something I'm very proud of.
And we're going to be right back with more of the Valley Connection right after this.
I really like my golf bag skate. Now that I'm older, this 60-pound bag's pretty heavy. Now I can get it to the cart without any pain to my back or knees.
The reliable adjustable golf bag skate, powder-coated steel with durable wheels, is made in San Jacinto, California.
I love my golf bag skate. Since my bag is so heavy and I'm so little, it makes it hard for me to get it from the car to the cart. It allows me just to get out here and I'm ready to play.
Roll your heavy golf bag with ease. Visit our website at thegolfbagskate.com.
Hi, I'm Roger Schultz, Superintendent President of Mount San Jacinto College. I invite you to look at the programs and services MSJC has to offer the businesses and residents of our 1,700 square mile district. As your community college, we are familiar with the business needs of our communities. We have developed programs tailored to our unique region, helping students become qualified for the jobs you're trying to fill, enhancing current job skills to maintain productivity, and providing employers with a pool of qualified job seekers. MSJC provides the education your staff members need to remain qualified in their jobs or to take their education to the next level through our transfer programs to a four-year university. We offer cutting-edge training with an eye towards the latest trends and technologies to help your business remain competitive and relevant during these dynamic times. Come see what Mount San Jacinto College has to offer you.
Welcome back. Now, usually when you think about Temecula, you think of wine tasting rooms. However, Nancy, you found a very unique tasting room, didn't you?
Yes, I did. If you happen to go down to Temecula, to Old Town, they have a wonderful place called Temecula Olive Oil Company. Now, when you go in there, they have a room with all different kinds of olive oils, and you can actually taste them with different types of food. And we got to go to the farm where they produce these olives, and it's located right in the Inland Empire. Let's take a look. Olive oil has been around for thousands of years, and we're going to be talking with a family who has made it their passion. With me is Tom Curry, one of the co-owners of Temecula Olive Oil Company, and we are on their ranch, the 26-acre ranch in Awanga. And why did you choose this particular location to grow your olive trees?
Well, we chose this location in general, Southern California, because of its beautiful Mediterranean climate, which is well suited for olive trees. And this particular property, because of the amount of water that is on it. Awanga is an Indian name for water, and being in the agricultural business, we wanted to make sure we had some raw materials, and water is a real important raw material, especially here in Southern California. The climate is nice and dry and hot in the summertime, which the olive trees just love, and it gets a little cool in the wintertime. Olive trees are similar to cherries. They're related to cherries, actually, and they like a little cool weather in the wintertime to help them set their fruit. So this was a perfect location for it, and it's close to Temecula, and it has a nice, beautiful breeze that the trees love as well, and it's a beautiful area. It reminds me of central and southern Italy with the mountains all around and the landscapes and everything. It's just a great place.
I notice you have a lot of different kinds of trees here. Why don't you talk about the different varieties you grow?
Okay, well, we're standing in our our experimental orchard, and we have about 30 different varieties growing around us right here. And these varieties come from different areas: North Africa, Turkey, Tunisia. We have some from all over Italy, all over Spain, all over France, and Greece as well. And we're kind of testing them out to see how they do here in this area. And as we find the good varieties, then we go ahead and plant more of them in different areas. And we even plant for homeowners in the area and different types of groves. And we're finding that pretty much all the trees love it here in Southern California. They do really well.
What about the harvest time? How often do you harvest, and when is harvest season?
Well, harvest season starts in September. We start picking green fruit at that time, and we use that fruit for canning and stuffing our olives. Then in October, November, we pick more green fruit for a different style olive oil. And this particular orchard was picked also around mid-October. And then we kind of move into our late harvest, which goes all the way through almost into March. And the late harvest olive is black, and it makes a very, very nice buttery style olive oil. And it's also what we use for our flavored oils as well. And everything that you see, all the orchards that we manage are all picked by hand. We have a great crew of people that know what they're doing. They're very gentle with the fruit to make sure that we get the best fruit possible. And we go through and everything. We do have one little machine that helps us out. It's kind of like a go-go gadget arm that goes up into the tree and kind of knocks some of the fruit out of the top of the tree so we don't have to go up in ladders. But other than that, we just lay nets right out on the ground, pick the fruit, gather the nets and put it into buckets, and then we take it to our processing press room where we make it into olive oil.
Let's join Tom's wife, Nancy Curry, at the Olive Oil Tasting Room in downtown Temecula.
And now we are at the tasting room for the Temecula Olive Oil Company in beautiful Old Town Temecula. And this is a very unique experience. This is where people actually come to experience the different oils.
That's right. Inside, what they'll be able to do is they'll be able to taste through what we say from tree to table, all of the oils and vinegars that we have hand harvested and hand crushed out at our ranch. And this gives you an opportunity to be able to experience not just what they taste like, but to have interaction with one of our team of professionals who are highly educated on the olive oils and what makes us different from most of the mass-produced oils, and the application for use in your kitchen. You know,
yeah, I mean, they can give you ideas for recipes, right, and what goes with what, and
right, how to bake a cake, how to make a pie crust, how to make a sauce, or just make a simple meal solution.
I was amazed at how the different oils they taste so differently depending on what you blend, right?
That's right, and it's what we either blend together or what we crush with the particular olives, and the time of year that we harvest, and the varietal of olive that we use.
Nancy, I have to say it is very unique, because when you go to a store or some other place, you don't actually get to taste the oil, where here you actually get to taste it and say, oh, I think this would go well with this, or I like the flavors of that, and that is very unique.
Yeah, and it's really important too, because you get to taste the difference. You know, one of the things that we say makes us so unique is the fact that our oil is fresh pressed, and it is a fresh quality product, and you taste that when you taste the oil. You know, a lot of people will come into our tasting room and go, oh, drink olive oil? I can't even imagine.
I know, I have to say, I thought the same, but it was actually very good.
Thank you.
Now, what about the storage of olive oil?
Well, it's really important when you're out looking for olive oils that you're making sure that, number one, you know who your grower is. Unfortunately, there's a great deal of adulteration that's occurring in the olive oil industry right now. And we're finding that they're blending oils such as mineral oil and canola oil and safflower oil into the olive oils, as well as refining these oils. And it's important to note for people who are wanting to incorporate true extra virgin olive oil into their lifestyle because of all of the health benefits, that they really need to know who their grower is, because you want to make sure that it is a true extra virgin olive oil and that it contains only olive oil. The next thing is you need to make sure that it's harvest dated, because the olive is a fruit, and so the olive oil is fruit juice, and it doesn't get better with age. So we tell you that from the time it's pressed, you need to consume it within 18 months. From the time it's opened, within 6 months. That doesn't mean...
I didn't know that, and I bet a lot of people didn't.
Yeah, that doesn't mean wait for 18 months, open your bottle, and then think you have another 6 months.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that means also that it has to have a harvest date, not a use-by date.
From Greece to Italy to the people of the Mediterranean to Temecula, California, the power of the olive tree lives on thanks to the passion of people like the Curry and Pepe families. I would like to thank them today for their hospitality and sharing their knowledge and passion of such an incredible little fruit. Bon appetit!
We did a piece out at the March Airfield Museum on the War Dog Memorial. Nancy, this is an incredible piece about some very, very special U.S. heroes.
Throughout the history of warfare, dogs have been used in a variety of ways to benefit the military. History recorded canine bravely holding their places beside their human handlers in times of conflict, acting as attack dogs, sentries, messengers, guards, and scouts. After the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1942, the American military recognized the need for a canine branch and stepped up their efforts to recruit and train dogs of war. In modern times, their training has expanded to include bomb detection, drugs, and contraband. However, war dogs have rarely been honored for their military service to our country, But recently, that has changed, and America's forgotten heroes have gotten their own memorial and special day of recognition. Welcome to the 10th annual War Dog Memorial here at Marchfield Air Museum. Joining me is retired Major General Paul Eaton, and we cannot thank you enough for sharing your time with us today, General.
Cesaria, great to be here, and it's such a great day and a great event. Thank you very much.
Well, let me ask you just a few questions about military dogs. What breeds of dogs are usually used in the military, and why these particular breeds?
Well, we have a classic, this German Shepherd. Whenever you think of military working dog, you think German Shepherd, but there are Belgian breeds, and there are a lot of dogs that we use in our army as well as other armies. Jack Russell's figure prominently in the Israeli army for IED sniffing. So it's dog specific for the mission that they're going to get.
All right. Well, what duties are U.S. military dogs usually trained to do?
Well, you can have a scout dog, sentry dog. You can have any kind of sniffing drugs or explosives. So again, we tailor the dog to the mission that's required. If you're going to have a scout dog, probably ought to have a bigger dog. If you're going to have a sentry dog, it's alertness that we're after more than anything else. If it's a explosives sniffing dog, it's the nose that we're after, and you don't have to be a big dog to do that. And the future of military working dogs is the more dogs we use, the more young men, young women will come home safe and sound.
What do you hope people take away from this memorial service today?
The big takeaway is how important dogs are in military applications, not necessarily offensive, but just military applications to save the lives of our great young men and women in uniform.
Very quickly, the person I want to bring up, and he's not expecting this, so what else is new with me, is the visionary of these two sculptures, okay? Mr. A. Thomas Schomburg. Please come up here.
Joining me now is A. Thomas Schomburg, creator and sculptor of the War Dog Memorial that you see behind me here, and also creator of such works as the Veterans Memorial over in Riverside National Cemetery and the Rocky statue in Philadelphia. Tom, thank you so very much for being with us here today. I want to ask you, what was your inspiration for this piece?
It really, one can go back to a simple phrase that I use over and over and over again, and that is, art imitates life. And I am really just a tool to imitate the image that you see here that was stimulated by these great fellows that have sacrificed so much, the handlers, and of course their wonderful dogs. So I am simply making an image of a response to their great sacrifice and their great efforts.
Well, what is the depiction here at the War Dog Memorial?
As much as anything, because there is a segregation in the figure of the soldier, the backside dealing with the armament, the front side dealing with the soldier and the dog, what I was really trying to achieve was giving the close relationship and the camaraderie that goes on between the handler and the dog. It's just an experience that can be duplicated with nothing else. And so I hope that I've been able to somehow create that image, but more so the emotion. I mean, what did these guys and their dogs and people, and today guys and gals, do as handlers? I just think it's a phenomenal achievement, and what a sacrifice they make for us.
This has been a wonderful celebration and memorial today. If you have the opportunity, come on out to Marchfield and take a look at this beautiful memorial. We'll be right back with more of the program right after this. We want to thank you for joining us for this edition of the Valley Connection, and we want to tell you about some upcoming events here in our beautiful valley and surrounding area. First of all, we have the Tattoo Art Festival. That is going to be hosted by DVAC, and that takes place on August 16th. You can go to their website to get all of the details.
And also happening August 16th, one of my favorites, Jazz in the Pines, and that's going to be held up in the beautiful community of Idlewild. And that will be August 16th and 17th.
And if you didn't get out to see Zorro last year up at the Ramona Bowl, well, guess what? We're coming back. Yes, we are. The original cast is all back for a second run. We're going to be up there on Saturday evenings in August. That will be the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd. Please go to their website to get all the ticket information up there.
And if you would like more information on other events or other happenings that's happening throughout the Inland Empire, go to our website, thevalleyconnection.net. Thank you for joining us, and please join us again next time for more of
The Valley Connection.